Hey guys, Chris Grow Fishing here. Starting this video off by apologizing for the gap. Just been a lot going on in life. I know I've said this 10 times over, but yeah, life, and went through a mini Ozark depression. That tournament was right in my wheelhouse and I slipped up bad, real bad. Had me contemplating why I do this sport, but we are back. We've been back. I've been home fishing a lot. If you haven't seen on my social medias, well, you might not see on my Chris Grow Fishing Facebook page because I am hacked again. I have someone lovely interpreting me, and Facebook will not give it back to me yet. So fingers crossed we get that. But I'm sorry, guys. I'm here. And this is what we're going to do. I'm going to make a promise to you guys that I'm going to bring more content. There was no recap. Literally, Ozarks, I just sucked. Got in a bad rotation for spawning fish. Watched a lot of fish go in other people's boxes, but that's no excuse. I didn't find enough. Dealing with some stuff around here. You've briefly heard me say it now and then. My mom's sick, which really is difficult, wearing a toll on me, wearing the toll on the family, but we are all binding together as a unit, and we're gonna whoop some butt, and basically we are all here for my mother. She's been there for me for my whole life, my sisters, and plenty of friends and family, and it's her turn now. So enough about that. I love you, Mama. Let's pick back off, really. We got 2 events left, and everything is for her. Potomac, Mississippi River. We're doing everything in our power to win both of them. Being a realist, it probably will not happen, but we're going to do our damnedest to make it happen and have good finishes and get out of 2023 season alive and feeling good and above water. But I've been home a lot, been fishing, been a crazy spring. Feels like the spawn's been going on forever up here. But this tip and trick is kind of a topwater tip and trick. I like to run 3 different topwater baits from that end of pre-spawn, spawn, all the way to the bluegill bed fishing into your summertime haunts. And it's 3 simple baits that I highly suggest you have, whatever part of the country you're in. I know the South, you guys are definitely bluegill bed fishing, shad spawn tail end, and up here in the North, we got some guys north of here still spawning. We're in limbo, end of spawn, definitely post spawn bluegill beds, but this is how I do this. And I'm not saying this is the order, not order, but this is how you should run your topwater baits, the ones I say. They could be effective 365 days a year. But this is how I like to do things. I start off that first period and basically run this from that tail end of the pre to when the spawn is at the, just rigorous, where it's almost stopping. You're at, 85% of the fish have spawned in your lake. I run this till then. One of my favorite Berkeley baits here, we'll get it close to you. You heard me talk about it before here at Matt Steffen. Spin Rocket. You should have a pile of these in your box in the spring. This is your devil horse prop type bait, but this is Berkeley's version, and it is a showstopper. Plenty of great colors, equipped with Fusion 19 hooks, but this is the deal. You can work it 2 different ways. You can move it kind of quick, vigorous, move a lot of water, throw a lot of water, I should say, with the props. But the way I like to do it is I use it for searching and catching. This is a really nice during the spawn. You get around that bed, especially in bodies of water where that water might have got dirty the day before. You saw that 4 or 5 pounder moving around down there and things were good. I'm going to go up there and catch it sight fishing. Well, if you don't see it anymore, it's a good bait to get relocated. Either they're going to come up and smash it, or they're going to show themselves underneath it by a boil or a slight wake, and that's a good way to relocate the bed and go at it with whatever your bed bait of choice is. Pit Boss, General, Drop Shot, whatever it is. but this is great for catching and searching. And I run it always. I run all my top waters. You know, this is 40-pound Durabraid, 17-pound mono leader, short leader, as you see. This is like a 13-inch leader. That's how I roll. Keep the nose up. But I run this one right here in the north till about right now, when there's 15-20% of them still on beds. I make a little switch. And I'm not saying this won't work still, but this is what I do, okay? So we done with the spin rocket. I love you. And then we go to the next favorite. And I gotta tell you about this first. This is on the new Justin Lucas topwater rod, 7.4 medium fast. I love it. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Berkeley, for making an awesome stick. Got it paired up with an old school EXD, extra long casting, because that's one of the techniques I love with this one. This is another Berkeley product. This is the Bullet Pop 7D. I like this size. It's just, I mean, they make a bigger one, which is cool. I think they might even make a smaller one, but the 70 is perfect for me. Fusion 19 hooks. As you can see, this one has been eaten a bunch, but the step with this is this stays in the strike zone long enough. Longer, I should say. I'm able to cover water, but I'm able to cover water in a finessey, slower presentation. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I had a message on IG about a guy, and it really helped him out. 85% of your strikes are going to come within the first 2 to 5 bloops with this, if you are patient. You can walk and spit this, which is, you know, great too if the fish are really aggressive, but I like to get this away from me, and especially this time of year, because you got those couple males hanging around the bed. You know, they're guarding the fry, waiting for the fry, guarding off bluegills that are moving into territory, trying to set up beds and set up their colonies. And I like to get this away from the boat as far as I can and let those bloops and rings disperse. Be patient. He's there. She's there looking at it. Like I said, 80-85% of them are going to hit in that first 5 bloops or less. But the key is getting it away from the boat. And I basically run this all the way until the bluegill bed type thing tapers off. So you're looking at tail end of spawn, post spawn, moving into their, very, very vigorous feeding period, which they love to sit at the end of bluegill beds and eat. This is the bait. They choke it. They hate it, and especially when you get in lower light conditions around those bluegill beds, this is the bait. So, Bullet Pop. Then, I put these two away, but not always. They sit in the box ready for special occasions. But when that fades, I get into a bait that's going to last the longest. This comes in right at that bluegill tail end period. You're getting bait to cluster back up. You're getting fish on the move. They are moving. They are shaking. They are morning feeding, evening feeding. And I go into a walking type bait, spook type bait. The one I choose is a Jaywalker 100. This one's in Sexy Shad. And this is a bait that stays on the deck the majority of the months. I mean, it will be on the deck from June 1st, or as we're talking here, this Memorial Day weekend, let's just say, all the way till I put the boat away, because we all know topwater walking type baits are great in the fall. But this one shines. And the thing about this 3 punch here that I got going, all 3 of these, they just all have a time and a place, as you can see. And these are the little windows of opportunity I seek fit for these baits. I hope that that'll work for you, whether you're throwing a Berkeley bait or you're throwing another brand. I would go into prop type bait for a week to 2 weeks, that 3 weeks there, that period of the spawn, then get into a chugger type popper, then put them away and get walking. Like I said, all on different rods, but basically same rods. We have a Veracity 7-foot 705 medium fast. We have a Tournament PLX 7.2 medium fast. Then we have the new Lucas rod, which is a 7.4 medium fast. I love all 3. That's why we have all 3 rigged. Braid of choice, 30 to 40 pound Dura braid. I like the 40. All my top water baits have a 17 pound XL monofilament leader short, 10 to 12 inches. That's all I ride with. Crazy Alberto does the job. Don't need to get all FG on them. Even though I love the FG, that knot will work. But that's my little tip for you guys. Like I said, we're going to get more of these. We're going to fire off little tiny tips, but this one's just for you guys. And like I said, I'm sorry. And the rest of the year is going to be working hard for mama. Mama, I love you. And you guys stay tuned. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for sticking with me. I'm Chris Grove Fishing. Have a great Memorial Day weekend and put some bass in the boat. Hopefully this little this little trick helps. Hope you all hit the water. Take care.